Here is the Drummond Type M lathe with original motor drive fitted from the 1930s. Believed to be very rare as a drive for the lathe. Most have the newer system driving off the top or original treadle, but not many have the original motor and gear drive on the treadle wheel. This did originally have the actual treadle, but that went a long time ago. However, the motor still works perfectly fine, drives the lathe. It's just a quick video to show it actually working, so I'll stop talking and put the lathe on. So as you can see, got it on the middle drive. It's a bit noisy, but it works. I'll put the running fairly slow with the screw cutting gear because I've got it on quite a high amount of reduction, but it is moving. It's the original motor drive. Wheel, lathe, drive system. So I'll just switch it off now and explain a few things. What is good about the lathe and what might need a bit of work. Seeing the lathe, now I'll explain a few things about it, what it comes with, what's different about it, what might need a bit of work. It's in very good condition actually. I've done a bit of work on it myself. I replaced the tailstock because the original one was in pretty bad condition. Not that it was worn too much, it was just neglected. The screw thread was had a drill head stuck in the end, so I couldn't get it out. I needed to replace it, so I bought a new one. This one's off a different Drummond lathe, and it's same model, same type, but works very well. As you'll see when I just do a demonstration of drilling through some metal, just to show how the actual lathe is, how it's working fine. The original one is with the lathe. It does come with it if people want to make it 100% original and do work on it, but I just bought this one separately. Everything else is fine on the lathe. Well, the whole lathe itself is fine. The handle here, I'll show you, is slightly loose, as you can see, and that's because the actual gear that works on the rack, you see, is worn. Don't know if I'll be able to show that on the video. Here, it's worn, so it needs to be removed really and replaced. I did manage to find and purchase an exactly identical one that is not worn at all. Very, very good condition. So that just means knocking the pin out of here or drilling it out and dismantling this piece off here and pulling it out and putting this in, and it should work fine. I just haven't got round to doing it because I've been not been able to. Aside from that, everything else is in immaculate condition, great. The headstock, no play there of in any form. As you can see, it's not moving. The back gears work perfectly fine. Switching is very easy, just undo a screw, move the pin out and switch over. It's fine. The belt, it may not look great, but it does the job. It works fine. Gears, all the gears, the back gears are included. I'll say about that in a second. The top slide is fine. A bit of play in the handle itself, as you can see, but that's because of the way it's done. If people want to replace it, it's up to them. The slide underneath is fine as well. Yes, can't think of anything else to explain. You can, as I say, you, yeah, you can run it obviously with the main lead screw to move side to side or drop it out, and use the handle for quick movement. Up to you, preference of when you're using the lathe. I'll show a quick video of it actually moving and stopping itself on the automatic stop here, which can be adjusted and moved along the bar. I'll show that in a second. It's easy to move in and out. The lathe comes with an assortment of accessories, including the main ones here for the actual lathe itself, 2 3-jaw chucks and 2 4-jaw chucks, the original catch plate, which I've never actually used, but it's still the original catch plate. Just a random kind of block of metal, but it's got the thread inside of the actual Drummond thread size. So if someone wants to make that into anything, a drive wheel or another catch plate or a back plate for a chuck, really, it could easily be done. That's up to them. The travelling steady. The original wood turning part for the lathe, but it needs a bit of work on it. This doesn't quite fit in the lathe itself, so that'll need to be seen to if you want to use that. And actually 2 sets of change wheels, 2 complete sets of change wheels. Why 2 sets? I don't know. I think it was just like that when I got it. Someone might have bought an extra set with a few things, I don't know, but it allows for a greater variety of screw cutting threads if you want to, or turning speeds just for when you're slowly turning a bar or whatever. But that about covers everything in the video. The lathe comes with a variety of things, and it includes a lot of other stuff like drill heads, drill bits, cutting tools, some stuff that isn't quite relevant. It just came with the lathe, but milling heads, milling tools. But if you've got a full workshop and you're going to use this as part of the workshop or whatever, some of it will be very useful for other machines. It just came with the lathe, so I'm going to include them in the sale. What I'll do now is I'll do another quick video of the lathe working, showing it automatically stopping. And the motor, although old, still works. It's been refurbished. The previous owner, which was 4 to 5 years ago, I can't remember exactly when I bought it, completely stripped the motor down, put new coils and everything in it, and fitted a fuse box, an automatic switch on and off button, and normal plug adapter. It works with normal plugs. So anyway, you've got one, it plugs straight in and it'll work fine.